Hello everyone and welcome back to another session of Defense Updates by SSB Crack Exams. I am Chaitanya Purab and I'll be taking you today's session. So let's start talking about SSB Crack Exams. This is a one-stop solution for all the major defense-related examinations like FCAT, NDA, CDS, etc. For more details regarding the courses that we offer, you can visit to our official website learn.sbcrackexams.com. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel for regular current video updates and other defense-related videos. You can also follow us on Instagram as SSB Crack Exams, and don't forget to download our app from Android app from Google Play Store, that is SSB Crack Exams. Now let's start. We shall start today's session with the question of the day from yesterday's session. And I asked you guys on May 27, 1999, during Operation Safed Sagar, IAF had sent which aircraft on the Indian side of LOC on a photo reconnaissance mission? So the correct answer to this is MiG-27. So Indian Air Force had sent MiG-27 aircraft of the Indian Air Force in the Indian side of LOC on a photo reconnaissance mission just to take an overlook of what the situation is in the Kargil and Dras region. Now moving ahead, and we shall start our session with discussing the articles for today. So the first article is about the remark of Nepal's defense minister, who replied basically to Indian Army chief's remark. So he said our army will fight if necessary. This was quoted by Nepal's defense minister, who is also the deputy prime minister of Nepal, and his name is Ishwar Pokhrel. So earlier, the Indian Army chief, who is Naravane, he said that all the things that Nepal is doing regarding the border protest and the region of Lipu Lake, the border issue of the region of Lipu Lake area, and all of that is Nepal's political stunt. And replying to which, the defense minister of Nepal said that the statement from Indian Army chief was hurting. India is a friendly nation and we share a friendly bond. And he's also said a lot of things, but later on he was also watched being quoted as lost Nepali territory must be returned through peaceful political dialogue and diplomatic channel. However, he also said that he is very confident that it is possible as well. Right now, let's see what happens next. Whatever the update is, we'll keep you updated with that. The next news is about the Defense Production Secretary, and he said that Ordnance Factory Board and Defense PSUs have made 15 lakh masks till date and 1.2 lakh liters of alcohol-based hand sanitizers. So this is kind of a factual data of the Ordnance Factory Board and the Defense PSUs. So basically, they have manufactured up till now approximately 15 lakh masks, out of which 10 lakh masks have already been distributed and handed over. They have also produced 1 lakh 27,000 liters of hand sanitizers approximately, out of which 1 lakh 8,000 has already been handed over. Similarly, of the 44,625 coveralls, or you can also say the PPEs, personal protective kits, that was manufactured by them, out of those 44,000, approximately 39,000 have already been delivered. Beyond these things, apart from these things, Ordnance Factory Board and DPSUs have also manufactured 340 tents and 240, out of which have already been given out, and also 10,833 bed linens, and also 80 face shields and 400 blanket covers were also manufactured by these two. Right now, let's move ahead to our next news. So this is a news from the northeastern part of the country, that is joint operation of Indian Army and Arunachal Pradesh, and the team has finally recovered from the forest. That they recovered one AK-56 rifle with 3 magazines and 115 live rounds, one 0.22 pistol with magazines and 3 live rounds, one UBGL and one grenade. Apart from that, they also got 1 kg of explosive and other warlike stores from the Changlang district of Arunachal Pradesh. Right now, moving ahead, so a major news is coming from again Pulwama district of Jammu and Kashmir. So a major IED blast was averted by timely input. Basically, a major incident of vehicle-borne IED blast, like one of those Pulwama attack of the last year, was averted by the timely input and action by Pulwama Police, CRPF, and Army, Indian Army jointly. So Pulwama Police basically got a credible information last night, a day before today, about a terrorist moving with an explosive laden car, which was ready to be blast at some location, exactly somewhat like what the Pulwama attack was. And later on, the Inspector General of Police of Kashmir, he said that we had received information that a militant of Jaish-e-Mohammed, whose name was Adil and who was also the occupant of the car, he was carrying out this particular operation with a car which was laden with explosive, and he also was in direct contact with a Hizbul Mujahideen militant who was regularly in touch with him, right? So this was the details. The more details are still awaited, and we'll keep you updated regarding that. Now let's move ahead to our next news. So number 18 Squadron Indian Air Force has finally been operationalized. Yesterday we saw that in the morning the Air Chief Marshal RKS Bhadauria also flew Tejas aircraft, but later on in the evening, in an event, the 18th Squadron was officially operationalized, and it was given a name of Flying Bullets and was operationalized by Chief of Army Staff and Air Chief Marshal RKS Bhadauria at AFS Sulur, right? And the squadron has also distinguished history of having flying officer Nirmal Jeet Singh Sekhon on its honor call, who was a part of this legendary squadron in 1971, and he flew from Srinagar during that period. The squadron has the unique distinction of inducting two HAL built fighters or indigenously built fighters, and the first one is Ajit and the second one was this Tejas. Further, the event was also attended by Air Marshal Amit Tiwari and Mr. R. Madhan, who is CMD HAL, and other distinguished guests from Indian Air Force and ADA. The occasion was significantly milestone in the Tejas program as it marked the induction of FOC variant. Further, a flight passed by Mi-17 V5 ALH and 32 and Tejas aircraft was followed by traditional water cannon salute to the 18 squadron fighters as they taxied into their home tarmac for the first time. Now, since it is 28th of May and we'll go back 21 years ago, that is 28th of May 1999 during the Kargil war period. So this was the day when it was officially proved that the Pakistani infiltrators have been spotted in the Dras and Baltic region of Kargil. And of course, in reply to which Indian Air Force released Mi-17 helicopters, and they of course provided heavy damage to the base camps of the infiltrators and the Pakistani intruders. It's time for a quick review. So we'll discuss this with one question: what is the name which is given to the 18 Flying Squadron of Indian Air Force on the day of their operationalization officially? So the correct answer to this is option B, which is Flying Bullets. Now it's time for the question of the day, guys, and the question of the day is you have to find out the basic and factual details about Mi-17 helicopters of Indian Air Force. When was it inducted and commissioned, and some basic details. Write your answer in the comment section, the correct answer to which will be told in the next session. Till next session, thank you and have a nice day. Jai Hind.